Look at this. This is the fastest Porsche that's ever been made. This is the Porsche 911 Turbo S, and I'm extremely excited to tour it with you. Now, it's been said that this Porsche will hold the title of the fastest Porsche ever made till the new one is released, and we're excited about that too. Now, I have a huge favor to ask you guys. A lot of you guys that watch this channel haven't subscribed, and it would really help this channel a lot if you guys subscribed. It would support me and my team. I would really appreciate comments below as well, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say about this car. So let's talk about the specs of the car. So we've got a 3.7 litre twin turbo flat six engine. Now, this actually goes up to 650 horsepower, which is insane. Now, this car can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.55 seconds. Now, it's actually 0.2 seconds faster than the previous 911. So you can imagine how insane this car actually feels. Now, most supercars, the trunk is normally at the front of the car. Before we actually move on to the trunk of the car, I want to talk to you guys about the key. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. The shapes, the designs, I like the leather around the key, and then you've got the famous Porsche logo here. Now, I'm going to open the trunk. You just press the button here, and it opens. You've got like a red latch here that actually opens up the trunk. Lifting this up, it's incredibly light. Now, this is a car that a lot of people argue is not a supercar, and which is fair because, I mean, it's a bit in between, you know, because of the horsepower, how fast it goes, and also the aerodynamic reasons. They made sure that this car is incredibly light, so they didn't add any padding. A lot of the SUVs or cars that we actually tour, they're more luxurious cars, more comfort. And this is literally made for performance. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the color of the car, and we're going to actually talk about the front. Isn't this color just stunning? I love it. I really think baby blue is one of my favorites, and I think when you have a Porsche, it just really does stand out. Now, the front bumper is a redesigned bumper compared to the previous 911, and on the side, they've actually got real vents, and Porsche actually don't use a fake vent. Now, I want to talk to you guys about Porsche as a brand, what it actually holds for me. I think when you look at a Porsche, it holds a level of sophistication, class. I think it's very much so understated, and it is just the epitome of like true luxury. Something that's not so in your face, but it has a touch of elegance, especially the sort of people that drive a Porsche. You can tell who drives a Porsche, and I really think this is such a magnificent car. Now, moving over to the headlights, you've got the bug eye headlights, which I think are pretty cool. They're pretty standard for the Porsche as well. Moving over to the wheels, Porsche 911 Turbo S has huge brakes, exceptional stopping power, halting from 70 miles per hour to 39 meters. So the rear body has been widened by 8 meters to actually give this car more of an aggressive stance. And you've got the side skirts that actually come all the way out towards the rear end. And I think the car in itself just looks magnificent. If you look at the body, the curves, the lines, and you even have the vent right here as well. Now, I didn't mention this before when we were at the front of the car. You even have the 911 Turbo S right here on the side, and I think just looks beautiful. When I look at this car, it is literally a piece of art. Moving over here, let's talk about the rear end of this car. There is so much to talk about here. You have the extendable spoiler, which you can actually control inside the car. But the tail light, these horizontal tail lights are the ones that speak to me. These are incredibly gorgeous. I mean, look at them. Thing is, they've only made these tail lights for the 911 Turbo S, so you're not going to see them on any other car. Another thing is we actually have the sports exhaust here as well. And I mean, when I turn the car on and put it into sports exhaust mode, it sounds insane. Now they've actually changed the location of the number plate, so they had more space for the sports exhaust, which is just pretty cool. Now moving over to this side of this car, now when the handles come out, it just does look beautiful. I like how seamlessly they're integrated into the car. And I mean, you do have to pull the car. It doesn't automatically open, which I normally really like, as you guys know. But when you go into the car, you've got the hologram of the Porsche that's on the floor, and then you've got the 911 Turbo S on the side of the car. So branding is on point. Now I'm going to get into the car. Now that we're in the car, I can tell you guys one thing now. I feel very, very awkward. You've got the brake here. I mean, it's just the way that my legs are. And it's been told that a lot of people have complained about this, that they feel quite uncomfortable in the Turbo S. But it's the only car where you have to have your legs so close together, and it's just extremely awkward. Another thing is that, I mean, it's pretty simple, it's very minimalistic, and I wouldn't really expect them to go, you know, all like Bentley on me or Maybach on me with the interior, but they've done such a beautiful job. You've got carbon fiber here, and then here we actually have the button to change the car to manual. If you're a car enthusiast and you want to go racing, you've got that option as well. When I feel the buttons, it does feel rather luxurious. It doesn't feel cheap or plastic, so I'm quite impressed with that. Here on the dashboard, we also have carbon fiber as well, leather stitching. Moving onto the wheel, you've got carbon fiber around it, and then you've got the leather stitching. It feels rather luxurious. You've got that Porsche logo that I absolutely love. I think it's probably one of the best logos. Honestly, when I look at it, it's just, I love it. Now this toggle here, you can twist it. You can accelerate this car to the record breaking numbers that I spoke to you guys about at the start of this video. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.55 seconds. I mean, that is insane just by twisting this. Now, I'm not going to do it now because obviously we can't drive the car, we're in a garage, but there is going to be a time where we are going to take the cars out, and I would love to hear if you guys want to see us in the cars more, or do you guys want us to tour it? Let me know in the comments. Now, moving over to the display. So one thing that a lot of people are complaining about with the new Porsche is that they've actually changed this manual analog that's here. It's not actually digital. Now, the thing is, it is super unique. A lot of cars don't actually have this anymore, but with the new Porsche, they have changed it to digital. You guys let me know in the comments, what do you prefer? Do you prefer this version or the newer version that's coming out? I personally prefer this version. I think it's extremely unique. It has some sort of heritage to it. It holds to the brand. And here as well, if you switch these buttons over, you can actually control if you want the AC. There's so many different things you can do here, but it's very, very simple. They've not overcomplicated it. And depending on where the red circle is, you will be able to control that area on the digital display as well. Now, moving over to this area, we've got this gorgeous clock here that actually serves as a timer. Now, we're not sure if it's going to be in the new Porsche or not. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be extremely annoyed if it's not, but this is actually a good feature to use if you are racing or anything like that. I mean, it looks beautiful, it's timeless, it's Porsche, for Christ's sake. You know, what do you expect? You're only going to get the best. Now, I'm really excited to actually see the new Porsche, but I want to move over to the center console and show you a few more things here as well. Now, this is actually suspension. So if you push this button, it actually lowers the car and raises the car as well. Now, I told you guys about the sports exhaust. It is right here. When I press the exhaust, it sounds insane. I mean, I don't know if you guys can actually hear it right now, but it sounds incredibly beastly, very, very aggressive. Now, I want to show you guys that infotainment screen. Now, the infotainment screen has got so many features. Now, I'm going to go to home. I'm going to press car, and we've got the drive mode and the sports exhaust system, which I showed you guys here. All the buttons are here. Now, I want to show you guys the spoiler. So you can actually control it from here, and you can retract the spoiler and extend the spoiler. One thing I found really annoying is I can't just push the button and leave it. I actually have to keep my finger on hold on it for it to actually retract the spoiler or to extend the spoiler as well. So it can be quite irritating. I don't like that about the car. I just like the fact that you push a button, something is being done. You know what I mean? Now, you have the navigation here, Apple CarPlay, I mean, pretty standard. With this seat, you've got the bucket seats, ventilation, massage options as well. And then you've got the Porsche design here, gorgeous leather stitching. I mean, it does scream luxury when you are in this car. And then obviously we've got this space here. If you open it up, it's finished off with that leather, a decent amount of space. I mean, there's not a lot, but I can understand why a lot of people love this car, because it's performance. And you've got signs of comfort when you are in this car as well. Very, very practical. I mean, I want to talk to you guys about the back seats as well. You can actually remove them if you don't want them there, which I think is pretty cool. So if you want to have your friends in the car, you can. But personally, I don't think that you can fit a lot of people in. It does feel rather small when you are in this car. This car is just meant for 2 people. But I can understand why a lot of people love it. I am starting to fall in love with this car slowly. So I'm actually going to put the rooftop up for you guys. Now, it's actually a soft top roof, which, you know, I'm not really a big fan of. I do much prefer a hard top roof, but I mean, it's a convertible. How can you complain about this? I mean, all the windows go up as well when the roof comes up, and it's just insane. I like how this car actually feels. In the day, you've got the roof down and it feels amazing. I'm going to take these windows down and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to turn on the sports exhaust now and I'm going to show you how amazing this actually sounds. A lot of you guys complain that the fact that I'm talking when I'm playing, like pressing the exhaust, and you're getting annoyed. So I'm just going to shut up for now. How crazy was that? That sounds insane. Oh, chef's kiss. Now, I'm going to come out this car. I want to thank you guys for watching the videos on the channel. It really does help the channel a lot. I've thoroughly enjoyed touring this car. I want to thank VIP Motors as well. And if you guys do like car videos and there's a specific car you want me to tour on the channel, let me know in the comments and I will see you guys in the next one.